Good morning to our online audience. We have the speakers turned off right now on the infield for our team sprints teams that are getting some instructions from our officials before we begin reviewing the rules here ahead of our start. But we will be beginning racing here in just a moment as we finish up explanations and instructions. Team sprints and team pursuits going to be the main focus here of our schedule today. Expected to be about a 2-hour event or so. Feeling out here is quite a bit of excitement. Watching some of the practices, there's an expectation for some records to be broken today. The weather is very much participating, lower humidity, great temperature out here, pretty still wind. Once again, I'm joined here by my friend Nolan Adams up here. How's it feeling for you for some speed today?
Honestly, I'm excited to see some more fast folks. They're all fast. That's why they're here at Nationals, of course. But to see their efforts and to see some potentially see some records fall, yeah, looking forward to that.
It's a beautiful morning. Going to be another fun day. Our last day of racing here for Junior Nats getting started here shortly. We'll get off the microphone, let things kind of set here. Once the meeting is done, we'll start seeing our first teams get set up and we'll get racing underway. Good morning and welcome to our fifth session here. Families, friends, fans, and of course our athletes. Looking forward to a fantastic morning here of team sprints and team pursuits. Our fifth session for Junior Nats about ready to get underway. The first event today is our junior women 15 to 18-year-olds in this team sprint final. Heat 1. Jamin, Mejia, Fuller, and Reddy will be coming up first. 6 heats going out this morning. We were just talking to just the online audience a second ago. The buzz on the infield is that there's some records that are likely going to be going down today, both for our junior women and our junior men, based on the practice speeds we saw from them and just kind of the general feeling in the room. So should be a good one.
You know what that means? More cash exiting the pocket of Amara.
Perfect. That's what we like to see. Wait, directly from Amara? I didn't know she paid it up. Uh-oh, that's my bank account too. I didn't know this.
Oh, whoops, nobody told you.
Oh no. The inside story. Coming here first from the deck. Our riders getting set here shortly. We had a quick meeting there to confirm rules and make sure that we're ready to do this correctly. First heat will be coming up here in a bit. Team JBMV here in Heat 1. Bella Mejia, Rena Fuller, and Maya Reddy getting ready for their start. Our first heat getting lined up. 1 lap per rider, exchanges enforced here on the 15-meter line as measured out earlier. You can see the red line on the home straight. We'll take the time on the final rider. Maya Reddy, number 85, takes lane first as she'll get things started for the group. Heat 2 and Heat 3, both to the ready area, please. Heat 2 and Heat 3 to the ready area. Riders, please be ready for your start. This event goes quick. Heat 2 and Heat 3 to the ready area. Bella Mejia in the mid lane here will take the second lap. It's Rena Fuller, number 82, will serve as the anchor for this group of 3. Some of our younger junior women here are throwing down in this 15 through 18 category. Local riders also competitors here in the greater Seattle area that regularly practice here for the J. Baker Juniors team.
Final rider of this heat is Rena Fuller on the backstretch. Tempo looking good. Coming into turn 4. Final 100 meters here. Round of applause. JB Jammin' with a time of 1:47.4. Up next, Heat 2. Here in Heat 2.
Off and away here in our second heat. Signing up as the Hell Yeah Girls. Missing an eye in that girls, by the way.
So trendy.
This is Nora Vick, number 40 in the group. One of the two riders in blue. Louisa Kelly, the other rider in blue for San Jose Bicycle Club. Hannah Ford, number 79, jumping out way in front of the group here. A quick opening lap. And now 44 taking over the front. That's Kelly. Their closer today, the anchor of the group, will be Nora Vick. Heat 5 to the ready area, please. Heat 5, Heat 6 being ready here shortly as well. They go quick. All riders in the junior women team sprints ready. Pretty good contact between the two riders out of San Jose, staying right on top of each other there, trying to give your finisher here as best of an opportunity, and a great slipstream on that second lap is now be Nora Vick to try to close things down. The time to beat from the first group was a 1:47.427. We're about 8 seconds faster than the time at last split check, so looking pretty good here to take over the top. Is your group here, two riders out of the San Jose area, one of our Houston area riders joining up for this team of three. That time was a 1:36.544, and I just heard from Nolan over here, the junior record is just a second faster than that. So impressive timing here from our group out of, again, two riders from the San Jose Bicycle Club. One of our riders out of Houston making up that second heat. The time is a 1:36.544, your new quick time to be here for the group. Registered here as Team Lemurs. The Lemurs are off and away. Number 37 is Katie Chong to take the opening lap here. Gabby St. Clair fits into the middle. Your closer will be Lily Nguyen. So that time, the junior women's time, 1:35, that record pace speed, it also is the standing elite women record. Extra incentive today to break two records at once. Yes, if it goes into the top records in both, it is $100 per record to the team that breaks it. Now, the first team to do it won't necessarily get the cash. It's at the end of the event who has the record at that time. So we'll see which team breaks it first. We're already a second off the time. Team here combining many different regions, many different velodromes coming together, teaming up from the West Coast, starting us off, Houston area in the middle, and closing it off with East Coast rider from Star Trek, number 78 is Lily Nguyen. On pace to take over at the top here so far. It might be our temporary record holder in the middle of this event. We still got so many more groups to go. No surprise, again, that the Junior Nats competition and athleticism here on display, taking a constant knock on the door at all of our records here. Even our elite women record will not stand by the end of this event. And a great finishing effort here for Lily. Just behind our fast time. Currently sitting in second now, 1:36.901.
Close.
Just 0.4 of a second separating your two fast teams so far. All right on top of each other at 1:36, the time now where the competition's settling in. This is the Jerry Baker Jr.'s team. Lucy Gilchrist, Rue Tomko, and Lucy Dorr will be working together on this one. Heat 5 on deck, followed by Heat 6. Then the junior men will take their stab at it with the team sprints. So wear the team name as their registered name for this event. The Jerry Baker Juniors, the junior girls on their way.
This team had, so far, the most dialed start. Though a bit of a gap to rider 3 at the moment. I would expect that gap to be closed here in the next 50 meters as they get into that draft. You know, not only is there the start dialed, but their kits are dialed too, Corey.
Importantly, she does a good job here getting started, Lucy Gilchrist does. And with Lucy Dorr now in the front, this will give an opportunity for Rue, who had to make that comeback, an opportunity to sit in the draft for this full lap and get ready for the finishing effort.
Dorr historically has had quite the motor, and Rue being one of the most aero juniors that I know. This should be a dominant team.
On first check, Lucy got him off to a good start. They were a half second faster than the fastest time off the first lap. Dorr continuing on nicely in similar fashion. They're just barely ahead of time. It's going to fall to Tomko to put in a good final lap. At last check, it looks like this team's ahead a little bit here. I see almost a second advantage. Tomko with a great finishing lap, might take top. And that was a great last lap, a second and a half faster. Currently the record's been broken by this group first, and we still got more to go. 1:35.016 for the Jerry Baker Juniors girl team here. What an impressive showing there. Tomko with a great finishing lap. Gilchrist dialed in a nice first lap. Dorr took care of business in the middle. Seven tenths off the record there so far. So congratulations to the Jerry Baker Juniors junior women team. Now, it's not a safe record. This is plenty more heats here that look very fast.
No, they can't go spend their cash just yet. Couple more to go. See what happens.
Our bank account is safe for a little longer, is what you're saying?
Well, no, the bank account's not safe. The bank account's going to be shelling out $100 here for sure. It's just to whom?
Right. We got to hold on to that check. Don't write the name in yet.
I'm not even sure these juniors know what to do with a check.
Heat 5, everything bagel, getting ready to start.
It's just built into everybody's bank app.
Another mixing of some of the different regions here across our country. It looks like it'll be Kira Edmonds, number 86, on the quick opening lap with Sarah Vargas, the speedster from all weekend here in the middle spot. Kat Kendall is also shown to be a powerhouse. That's going to be the rider to be the anchor here on the final lap. It is a great team name, Everything Bagel. I didn't think that was such a divisive flavor, but in my household, it's not a solid choice. For me, that's a win, but
That's shocking to hear.
I know.
I've never met someone who didn't like everything bagel.
Well, now you know.
I guess I'm not invited over. Okay.
Nice turn of speed so far. A good opening lap, just a second and a half off of fast time, though. Going to have to make up some time here. Lap 2, improving. Kat Kendall has shown really good speed here at the Velodrome.
All of these riders, just like the bagel, are well seasoned and are putting on a clinic today.
Absolutely. Kendall trying to chase this down. The time has improved. A very fast finishing lap. Likely to take the top now. And your new fast time, an improvement by only 2/10 of a second, pardon me. It's 1:34.851. A 1:34.851, your new fast time.
Our track record keeps getting smashed.
And really, based on the timing, it was a solid first effort. It was an improving second, and then Kendall absolutely crushed that last lap. Really nicely done for our 3 riders. Team Red, your final heat. Trying to take down the record one more time. This is going to be Danny Scoville, Reagan Padishal, Ari Chen lining up together. Junior men getting ready for the team sprints immediately after those teams coming to the ready area. First couple heats needed. Record's already broken. One more chance here to set a fast time and get on top of the podium today into the record books for Team Red. Number 39 trying to get them started quickly here. Chen on the front. One of the younger riders, actually the dominant rider out of the 15-16 group here, joining 2 riders from the 17-18 field. But Chen has shown yesterday as she lapped her group that she's got the skill set and the speed of one of these older riders. Get him started quickly here. A little bit behind the fastest time on the opening lap so far. Chen's still driving the pace here. It'll then be the time for Scoville to take over. Dropped off a little bit behind the lead pace after the first lap. Scoville trying to go a fast 400 now. And if you've been tuned in at all for Junior Nats, you've seen what Padishal is capable of. Trying to give Padishal the best lap that they can here. Scoville improving on the time here, getting back closer to being on time with the lead group.
Yeah, fantastic lap from Danny Scoville, one of our local riders. And to finish it off here is going to be Padishal, who has shown her dominance so far this weekend. I would expect nothing less here.
Under a second, more than a second of improvement, I should say, on the fast time after Scoville finishes. You can see how fast that back half of her lap was. A really great finish for her.
So outside of a mechanical, we will see this record broken once again.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick time, folks. Padishal to close down on our new record time. Will be on top of your podium. This is a fast one. Already 3 seconds faster on the back half of the track. Scoville launched this one, and Padishal closing it down in great fashion. The time, 1:30.453. That's a 5-second improvement on any record we've seen here previously. Wow. Congratulations to our junior women there. That's a fun pairing up of riders from, again, several different velodromes coming together to make what was a really dynamic trio. Worked really well. Junior men, team sprint. Also excited to see the potential of an upcoming record break here for this group, possibly both the junior and the elite time in the same event here today, much like our junior women. The record's different for those two groups, but based on some of our expectations, we think that they are both at threat here of being broken today. Calling heat 3 and 4 to the ready area. Heat 3 and 4. One of our younger groups here for the Jerry Baker Juniors team pairing up. This is going to be what they call the JBJ2 team. Again, this is a 15 through 18 group, so some 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds coming here together to race.
Yeah, well, realistically, they might not be in the hunt today for the medal. It's great experience for their future, which is what we're all about here with the JBJ program.
100%. And you don't see a lot of opportunity to practice team sprint in a real competitive setting like this. So you got out and get these laps and put in a good time and work together. Let's see how we're doing here on this opening lap. Finishing up with number 71, the Samuel Hunter. Ion Gola, number 72, will take the middle. That's Logan Lee to finish it out. Number 72 pulling out of the way. That's Ion Gola finishing on his lap. Logan Lee. Logan getting the finish here for your first group. Our first heat wrapping up 136.283, 136.283 for the first group. The junior record is a 124.6. A 124.6 is the junior record. We're expecting that one to be broken pretty handedly today. We've got some fast groups coming later on.
Corey, you also mentioned there could be potential to see the elite men's sprint record fall, which is down at a 118 flat. That's a 6-second differential from the junior record. Are you saying there might be some juniors out here who will smash that record by up to 6 seconds or more?
Yeah, there's the potential based just on practice efforts and kind of some general early timings, hearing from coaches down the infield. It's a possibility today.
Then I'm really glad I showed up for this session. I love watching a track record.
Team Star Trek getting set here. New speedsters from the Star Trek team working here together. And number 61 will open things up as Ian Choi, Josiah Watt slotting in there in the middle. Joseph Gonzalez, I believe that was number 69 on the back end of the group. Your three working together here in our second heat. Very fast opening. Good against the first group at least. They're already 3 seconds ahead, so this will get closer to that time.
That looked really well drilled out of the start gate. Rider 3 having to make just a little bit of a gap, but now on the wheel in the draft, recovering just a hair before they put in their final kick.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. You got about 600 meters, once Josef got back onto that wheel to kind of get set and ready. And it's looking pretty textbook here so far, taking off some more time, improving now with 6.5 seconds on the previous time. So this is getting more into that range of close to that junior record. I love hearing all the calls from the fans and the cheering on for Yo-Yo Gonzalez, number 69, getting some love from the infield and the outfield on his final lap, trying to close this thing down. Star Trek Racing coming in for their fast time here, the junior man, second heat. Putting in a nice effort here today. The time is a 128.323. 128.323. Heat 3 coming up now. This is Team Epic lining up together. Our Portland area riders. Heat 4 on deck, followed by Heat 5 and 6. Again, we're going to have Team Cami up in Heat 4. Star Trek-ish. And then Terry Baker Juniors. Your opening lap, number 58, Ryder Carlson will open up the action here with Gavin Newman in the middle of the group, Jack Hampson to serve as the anchor for this trio out of Portland.
This looks like another well-drilled start, Corey, with Team Epic here from the Portland boys. Known for more their mass start racing, you'd say, and not so much their punchy sprint finishes. However, anything is possible on a day like today at Junior Nats.
First lap, they've got some work to do, although the second half of that first lap looking a bit faster. It's still about 3 seconds off the time right now, so this is going to come down to Newman having to continue on a good pace there he was given after the first lap and kind of climb into this a bit more.
Our track here, 400 meters, a bit different of a team sprint scenario compared to some of the other smaller velodromes. It does lend itself to a more longer form power profile.
Yeah, your 500-meter kilo riders not minding this at all, but even some of your longer distances can fit in pretty well here, especially on the back half of these teams.
Yeah, the rider sitting at the back here, Jack Hampson, known for, he is known for some punchy finishes in the elite fields, but should have enough punch here to bring it home. I would say getting closer to that track record with this group.
Newman brought back a lot of time, a really good second lap. He's fastest pace so far after his finish. Hampson trying to finish up here and take over the top with his good final lap, and he will do so. Just getting closer again by a second or so. We're off of that record pace, a second and a half back. Their time is a 126.341. Team Epic takes over at the top.
They're all in the hot seat then.
Should be fun here to continue watching this one. We've got 3 more speedy heats. We got Team Cami coming up. This is Heat 4. Trying to figure out the acronym of CAMI. I got Cameron in there. Cameron Coleman is in the mix. Maybe that's where the name's coming from. Speculation. Team Cami coming up. California, Michigan team. That's the one. I got it over the radio. Beautiful. Team Cami.
You know, if you wouldn't have told me, I just would have thought you were a genius. But
yeah.
You had somebody feeding it to you.
I did. Heat 4 about ready to start. Star Trackish on deck. Heat 5 followed by Jerry Baker Jr.'s Heat 6. Number 64 will be opening things up. He's got the kid on from Mad Track Racing, Cameron Coleman, on the opening lap. And wow, that's a big acceleration.
Speaking of opening it up, he has opened up a gap. In fact, all three riders spaced a bit far apart for the track record's liking. This is not the most of coordinated efforts here, but there is a gap being pulled back together here.
The tough part now is as lap 2 starts, 3 is still back. That's going to be challenging here, but Ford on good tempo. Got dropped off a second and a third or so faster than the previous fast time. Just on individual efforts, they're chasing it. The problem is how many seconds back is it to Gutierrez right now?
Yeah, and Gutierrez has been in the wind this whole time. I think that more or less spells doom for the chances of breaking the track record out of this group.
Just based on Ford's finish, they were 4 seconds faster than the current time, which would be a junior record. But again, this last lap is going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, you can already see the fatigue setting in just a bit. They're putting in a valiant effort, of course, but I think that the time is going to slip here just a hair.
Almost back to just a second advantage, a little less than that now. This is a tough one. Gutierrez is battling his best out there. When you have these multi-velodrome teams come together, it's tough to get it all locked in. Nice effort for Gutierrez to close in on what was a tough heat. A very fast opening. It'll be good for our second fastest time so far, a time of 1:28.086. All 15-18 pursuiters for those junior women need to be through bike check. Pursuiters for the junior women need to be through bike check. Don't wait. Junior men, you also, if you're ready to get over there, don't be hesitant. Bike check for the junior team pursuits. No need to wait. We've got 2 more heats to look forward to here in this team sprint. Right now, it's heat 5 of Star Trek-ish. Star Trek's going to be flanking, it looks like, a member of the Academy race team to make a dynamic group of 3 here. Some very good riders in this group. And we've got Jerry Baker Jr.'s in our last heat ready to start after this. Excitement building here for this group. A lot riding on the shoulders of these 3. 2 riders from the New York area for Star Trek Racing. Ooh, big jump here from Hawk, who's got a good turn of speed and looked good during some of our sprinting action here this weekend. He's getting off very quickly. Talk about another sprinter, though. Luis Bonilla here in the 2nd spot. And a great closer, I think, for this group. Otis Engel, number 25. Look at Bonilla close it back down. No surprise to see him being able to do this. Now he's got to carry this great momentum. It's a slightly slower opening than the fastest lap, but they launched nicely into that second. That's what's important. Probably a little bit bigger gearing here impacting that first lap, and Bonilla's on top of it now.
Yeah, the other benefit here is rider 3 in position in the draft and will likely have a faster 3rd lap than previous groups.
We'll see what Engel can do with this. He's about on pace right now. Bonilla feeling it a little bit there, needs to get out of the way. That was a big chase to get back to Hawk, and the second lap shows it. There's not a lot of time gain there in that second lap. It's going to come down to Engel, who's had a lot of really good laps here at the Velodrome during the International Omni. We saw some great action from him during the points race last night. He's got great power, good endurance. He has to finish this on a very quick turn. He's taken over by a huge margin in 1 lap. Engel is exploding with speed here on this last lap. 4.5 seconds on the back straight already. 5.5 here to the front. The time now, 1:20.908.
That's a new track record.
Junior men record has been taken. Star Trek-ish pulls it together. Now, as we said, the team that breaks the record last year in the event, whoever holds it once it's closed, will be the ones to take home the cash. We might see it broken again. In warm-ups, we're also talking about this group, Jerry Baker Jr.'s Heat 6, with some potential here today.
Yeah, this group would need to find 2 additional seconds off of that last group if they want to take the overall track record. But that previous You said it was, yeah, 120. Fast time. They would be admirable if this crew could also hit that time, but needs to find another 2 seconds.
Yeah, 118 flat, if I remember right from your call for the elite record. Local riders, Jared Baker Jr., number 11. On the front is Gabriel Takagi. It's going to be a little bit of separation here down the backstretch as Gallagher is going to have to get his way back up onto the wheel of JC Pyle, who's going to be in the middle of the group. Opening speed's a little bit off here. Again, big gears can impact this first lap. Pyle in control now of the timing, number 3, with Gallagher onto the wheel. They're right on time for the fast time.
Gallagher was chasing a bit there on that first lap. Had to eat a little bit more wind than ideal, but now back on the wheel of JC Pyle, the superstar.
He's gaining time. He's got about a second almost advantage now. They're closing in on it.
We'll see how much energy he's got in reserves.
Gallagher on the closing lap, given a great start. He's got already a 2-second advantage, nearly on top of the elite record. He just has to stay on pace, and we've seen him break some records in the kilometer. He's comfortable. This is his effort. He just got to stay in it on tempo. He's already improved. There's a 3-second improvement. We're going to see records broken here, folks. Elite record about to go down. Gallagher to finish, pushing through, accelerating to the line. We will have ourselves an elite and junior men record broken here today. The final time of 1:16.961.
The track record broken by over a second with these junior men taking down the elite record set about 12 years ago.
That was the London team of 2012 that came here for the GP that set the previous record. That's Olympic talent speed from our junior men here in the local team. Exciting stuff to see. Executed not as perfectly as you'd hope for. Like, there's still some time to be found there, but
yeah, I'd say there's probably another second there to be found. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
even 2 seconds if it's indoor, but what an effort from that team.
Congratulations. Big time. We transition now. Continuing on in this event, we've got team pursuits coming up after this. This is going to be our junior women first in the 15 to 18 teams, followed by the junior men in the team pursuit. We're dropping the Keirin heats from our initial posted schedule as we do not have enough registrants for heats. Junior women will go straight to semis during tonight's session. Junior men straight to finals. Both of those are going to be really exciting to watch. Very fast finishers from our sprint tournament on the first day. They're coming back for some great Keirin racing later today. That's going to be fun to see for everyone. Your first group from the team pursuits now getting lined up for their start. Coffee truck leaving in about 20 minutes. Last chance if you want to put an order today from the coffee truck. The 4K team pursuit for the junior women now underway. Our first heat, team 50-50. referencing to the fact I believe half our team here are the locals, the other half out-of-towners joining in. To start it off, that's Ruth Tomko that was in the blocks for the start and is on the front of the group in this opening lap. Julia Barnett, number 48, is here from Valkyrie Cycling out of Vancouver, Washington, the rider now in the front of this group. Right behind, we see Tegan Morgan for Greater Houston Cycling Foundation riders in that white and orange. And then the other Jerry Baker Jr. in this group, Lucy Dorer, number 81. And I just informed also the half non-binary group, some of the celebrations from this weekend, starting off a great trend, is seeing riders like Tegan Morgan. We saw rider Ruth Tomko on top of the podium for our first ever non-binary podium in the country for our juniors. So starting a trend here up in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, we did. Exciting to see, and I would expect to see the participation grow.
And no surprise to see one of our favorite local gurus, all-time welcoming individuals, father to Ruth Tomko, Daniel Tomko, posting about yesterday how proud he was of them for that effort. And I think he wrote it really well. Riding in the shadow of Rue, right? Leading the way, riding in the shadow of Tegan, leading the way to give space for all of our athletes, kind of showing that, you know, it's not about who does or doesn't show up, it's that this is what's right for me and I'm gonna go be my best athlete, by my best self. Team 50-50, 50% of this team is non-binary here competing in this group. So we'll celebrate that here in this moment as we get in the early parts of this team pursuit. They're a couple laps in and working well together. Continue to look really smooth here in our first heat. This is Barna, Tomko, Morgan, and Dorer. They'll be seeing 5 to go here shortly. In this 10-lap event, they're reaching the halfway point. We'll get a time check here, seeing where we're at. 2:52.576, the current time here at halfway through the 4K. On deck, Bell's Bells heat number 2. Heat 3, our final group for the junior women in this team pursuit. 3 groups showing up here to compete today. They'll all find the podium. The question is who will be our fastest here. So far, again, this group looking very smooth and well coordinated. All 4 riders still in on the effort right now. Still opting to keep all 4 in. Again, 3 finish to get the time. Some of our teams might elect to have one workhorse for a few extra laps, or maybe kind of strategize when it's time to drop a rider. But right now, all 4 staying in this one and continuing on a very consistent tempo, lap after lap.
This group looks fairly evenly matched. I don't see anyone with any particularly strong pain face just yet, but we still have a few more laps yet.
They're on the back half of this 2 to go lap coming into the bell. We'll see how we go on this final lap. Bell now ringing. 1 to go for Team 50-50. Barna on the front. Now Morgan to take over. And coming in for the finish here. Ooh. And there we go. We'll get the timing off the back of Barna's wheel. Congratulations to our first team here finishing up. Our team of Julia Barna, Rutamko, Tegan, Lucy Dorr with a time of 5:42.781. 5:42.781, your first group out. Bells coming up next. This is Heat 2. And the flag's up for the timing. In 50 seconds, we'll get our start here. Time to beat 5:42.781, set by Team 50-50 just a moment ago. Your second heat now in the blocks and in the holders, ready to get their start. It's Team Bells now underway. It's Bella Mejia earning the, I think, quite clever and lovely name for the team. Bella will get lap 1, number 38 for the Jerry Baker Juniors squad here. Maya Reddy, number 85, coming up here along the home straight. That's the rider with the white helmet. Luna Mendoza with the orange helmet right behind her. The other rider with the white helmet in the third spot in this lineup, Renna Fuller, number 82. 4 locals here trying to take down 4 competitors just a moment ago in that Team 50-50, which was half local riders, but some familiar Jerry Baker Jr. faces they're going to be trying to compete against. That'll be ready out of the ride here. We're down to 3. A little bit off the time of the first heat. On this current pace, it looks like 50-50's time will stay on top of this contest so far, but still plenty more laps to see if the team can dial up a little bit more effort here on the back half of this one. 7 to go. Oh, a fun little technicality we discovered there while looking up records. Because this is a new distance for this age group, they're going to get a record. Someone's going to get a record today. Someone's going to get $100.
Amara better be dialing in that cash machine. It's going to be outputting a lot of hundreds today.
Right now it's 50-50 that's in the temporary record books with that 542.781. There is a record for this back, you say 2013 Grand Prix. Really talented group of women competitors that year as we had some Olympic talent in town, most notably Sarah Hammer on the front of that group.
Yeah, they set that record at, I believe it was 5 minutes and 4 seconds. But that is, as you said, Olympic level elite talent. So I wouldn't expect to see anyone quite that close today.
Your last heat looks really quick. We do have heat 3 with Padishal, Chen, Vic, and Kelly coming up. It's going to be a good time for those 4 riders that we'll be looking forward to seeing as well. Right now we're in the middle of this effort from Bells. They're on their way. And what is now 4 to go, the back half of the grueling 4K team pursuit.
Corey, have you done this race before? Back in your youth?
I rode on some roads and a couple crits here and there. And I did the class. I came here and did some time around. I think I've gone around this velodrome like maybe 8 times.
So that's under 4K. So you've done about 3.5K out
here. Something like that.
And your time was?
A week. Is that impressive?
No, it's pretty weak.
Okay.
Despite losing a rider early on with this group, the remaining 3 pretty dialed. Exchanges have been good, efficient, fairly quick. Nobody's sitting out of the wind too long.
Yeah, I think these 4 riders kind of choosing each other out of the crop to be pretty equal in terms of speed. I've got to see these riders ride quite a bit. Occasionally on Friday nights, but just kind of in Monday junior development time and the up-and-coming generation here for the junior team on the women's side.
Yeah, sometimes in this more developmental level, you see folks on different equipment, and it's just what they feel comfortable with. It's what they've been training on, and so it is the most efficient thing for them to be riding on the day, despite it not being maybe the most progressive of aerodynamic equipment. Ride what you brung.
The conditions out here continue to be really nice for these types of timing events. It's just a beautiful morning. Getting the bell lap on this final turn of speed here. Luna Mendoza on the front. Bells getting the bell. That's a lot of bells.
Ha.
Will Bella come to the front for this final bell lap for Bells?
It's possible.
We'll see. It's Renna Full right now leading the effort. Bella and Mendoza there, the rider in orange, will be the official time on that back wheel coming across there, I believe, and we'll finish up the event. Your time, 6:29.387. 6:29.387. San Jose Bicycle Club / Edge team coming up now. This is heat 3, or final heat for the women in their team pursuit. Currently the junior record being held by Team 50-50. This new distance for junior women competitors. The time of 5:42.781, the time to beat. Ari, number 39, trying to get back up there to the front out of the starting blocks. A little bit of a mishap on the bike, but getting back onto it. We're exciting and anticipating this group here. They've got some great speedsters in this group. We talked about Chen earlier, one of the younger riders kind of punching up above her weight class, matching really well with some of these 17 and 18-year-olds. Two riders of the blue of the San Jose Bicycle Club team right in the middle. That's number 40, Nora Vick, in second, now taking over the front. Louisa Kelly, number 44, taking over at second position currently, and Reagan Padishall for Edge in third position. That first lap, basically on pace with the previous fast time, but again, that's with a mishap there at the beginning. Now they're starting to settle into the groove, and this is another tick up in overall tempo we're seeing from this group right now.
To be expected with this level of talent. I'm going to say might put in 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds into the previous fastest time with this crowd.
Yeah, it certainly feels like they've got a good tempo. And again, this is another notch up also in age and experience. These are somewhere 17, 18 competitors. This will be kind of the top of this group, even just by quick look at the competitors on the list. But now it's just coming down to every second they can gain makes that record just that harder to break in the future. They're going to want to put together a really good effort to be the first team on the record books here for our velodrome in this 4K event.
Yeah, might as well set a quick time, even if it's guaranteed. And it looks like they are pushing the pace. Everyone's still together, though, but I would expect to see some fatigue set in. We might see a rider drop closer in towards the end of this 10-lap race.
Don't know the conversations that they had ahead of time. If I was going to put money on it, just again, the younger rider in this group, the 15, 16-year-old Chen, showing incredible power yesterday in her field, her category. Kind of expected that she might be the one that would have to drop at some point for the tempo of these three, but it happens here on this lap.
Yeah, also with that unclipped mishap at the beginning, they were out in the wind for a full lap, and so extra effort being done early on, but this group of three do look pretty dialed together, and I would expect them to have similar power outputs and be able to keep things together until the final.
This is nearly a 12-second improvement on the time, as you predicted, 20 to 30 seconds off here. They're at least on pace for that 20-second estimate here with 3 to go.
Another factor here, Corey, all of these riders, not necessarily specialists in any one discipline, almost every rider out here this weekend participating in 2, 3, 4 events. And so the fatigue with the heat, at least for some of our local riders, this is pretty warm, but it's going to be setting in. And we might see some interesting performances or uncanny performances based on just that buildup of fatigue and over the course of the weekend. But this group of three, keeping it tight, coming in again to this lap. I believe it's going to be 1 to go. 1 lap to go. Padishall on the front, cruising.
Last rider across the line will set this time. All three need it together, so they can't try to just drive away and drop anybody. They're going to stay together as a unit down the back straight. They did get a time of improvement of 16.252 at last split on here on the home straight. So well on the way to setting the record for the group and taking over on top of the podium. Let's see where their final time comes in. A good strong lap here on the last effort from Pyatt. She'll move them out of the way to try to give room for the San Jose riders to push up and join her here. Nice textbook last lap. And right on the money, about a 20-second improvement. The time coming in is a 5:22.729. They'll be at the top of your podium today, and they'll go in the record books as our first ever and fastest today for the Junior Women 4K. Last call for coffee. The pie truck is opening up right now, so we got some grub for you here. If you're in the park and need to grab something, last call for coffee truck. Team Golden State lined up your first here for the junior men. Heat 1, about ready for their start.
Off and underway. Team Golden State. In this group, we've got James Likes, Phillips Cloud IV, Michael Perez, and Zachary Rudy.
The distance the same, 4 kilometers, 10 laps. Group of 4, 3 to set the time at the end. There's Likes on the front, number 21, in the gray kit with the blue helmet. Let's have our riders ready here. Heat 2 and Heat 3 both need to be heading to the ready area. Quad Squad is up immediately after them. Will be the Greater Houston Cycling Foundation team that's going to be racing in Heat 3. This will be your first group for the riders. They're not chasing any time. They're setting the first bar here today. There's one of your riders wearing the colors of the San Jose race team, Zachary Rudy. And we go down to 3 after a couple laps completed. Good tempo here. They're settling in. That's Phillips Cloud there coming to the front. Big rider on the front for this group. Michael Perez, the rider right in the middle with the mostly white coloration there on the kit and the helmet. Several laps here to go for our opening time here for the junior men team pursuit. coming around here. They'll be seeing 4 to go. Four laps remaining on this first heat. Perez back on the front. The time check there was a 3:06.376 so far into this race. A little bit of maybe miscommunication as the rider's trying to take equal share there in turn 1. Starting to feel maybe a bit of fatigue here starting to set in for one of our riders as you're looking from Likes is needing a bit more draft here. We're not to the bell lap just yet. We're about to hear the bell. The last rider across to set the time. Your final lap here. $514.475 for the first time here for Team Golden State. 514.475. Heat 2 lining up now is Quad Squad. Heat 2 coming up for the start. Heat 2 looking to beat a time of 514.475 to take over the top. Quad Squad lined up for their beginning here in a few more seconds. Looks like our starting gate rider here, maybe a pulled wheel. That's going to be down a rider right from the get-go for our Star Trek group of 4. Quad squad down to 3 on this opening lap. They've got a tough couple laps ahead of them here. Most of our squads will probably end up with 3 at the end, or many of them will opt for something like that, but you don't want to start that way, obviously. That's tough.
Yeah, that sort of thing is difficult to see. That rider probably quite disappointed, but the rest of the team out here going to put in a solid effort, see what they can do, but this does probably change up their strategy. I'm sure that that first rider was consequential to their strategy, but they're going to have to adapt on the fly here to something new.
That's Yo-Yo back there on the front. Number 69, Yo-Yo Gonzalez. Talk about adapting on the fly, and it's a good learning experience here, being able to adapt your strategy, listen to your coach on the infield, settle into your tempo, and still put out your best effort despite the adversity that you face. Happens all the time in mass start racing, constant adaptation, but here in the time trials, a little bit more of a controlled environment. You can really throw a wrench into your system. Still rooting here for our Star Trek team to get on top of their effort and put out their best. That's number 54 on the front. We're seeing Logan Al Young. That's Hugo Eisman, number 51 on the back of this group of 3 right now. This is Alvin Lin, I think, on the start list, no longer out in the group after the mishap at the start. On deck, we've got our Houston area team in Heat 3, the 4 Stooges in Heat 4, appropriately placed. Necklace Boys with a Z. We're going back to 1999 for the naming of Heat 5, it looks like.
What's old is new, and what's new is old.
That's right.
Everything comes back around.
Z's are in again.
Z's are in. I think a couple years back, they were just removing vowels for no reason.
I've been feeling that still.
Squishing the consonants together. I think that's out. I think it's out now in 2024. But
moving into a new era.
The inexplicable Z on its way in again.
Love it. Want to go, bells ringing, your final lap here. Logan now in the front, number 54, pulls up one more time to switch it up here. Into their final lap. In the colors of Star Trek Racing, the quad squad, final 3 here in this heat, trying to set the time. They're behind pace to take over the top as it stands right now, about 14 seconds back. We'll see what their final time is. .5:26.073, the official time on the clock. 5:26.073. Golden State still your leaders. Heat 3, the next one to take it on, the Greater Houston Cycling Foundation, presented by Schottenkirk Ford Bend. Now coming up. Did their sponsor change since yesterday? I thought it was Kia.
What's it say now?
It says Ford. That's not owned by the same company, is it? Is it Fort Bend Kia? I just can't see the last of it.
Fort Bend.
Fort Bend. Got it. Roger. That's fun. Okay. I'm just a little slow up here. It's been a long weekend for me, too.
Too bad that coffee truck left, Corey.
Another group of four lining up here. The fast time still 5:14.475 to beat. Four more quick juniors again out of our Houston area lining up here. Getting set for their start. Off and away we go.
Clean start from this crew. Gap small. Rider on the front is Sebastian Beck, taking him around the first lap.
Marcus Kennedy, number 53, was on the front, moves to the back here shortly. We've got Dalton Copeland in the group number 65 to take over the front next, it looks like. Seth Holland in the group with the orange helmet, currently third in that lineup. See the live stream, Houston area is tuning in to cheer on the team. I saw the call out for these four riders, so some excitement from afar.
Everyone at that Kia dealership, locked and loaded, tuned in. Out of Fort Bend, did you know? That's where it's located. Schottenkirk Kia.
Now I know. Again, just slow on the uptake. Just takes me a while. I don't know. There's a lot of syllables in that name, you know? It's a lot to get through.
It'd be so much more convenient if you just took out all the vowels and just smushed the consonants together, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it was trendy.
Maybe they thought on their way here, they're down in Houston, they heard that there was like a longest team name podium or something like that. That was their strategy. They're like, Schottenkirk Kia, we need your help.
No chance, Corey. That's a wild idea.
Oh, okay. Fun future air quotes championship coming to you next year, maybe. Off and away we go. Couple laps in, starting to set a little bit. Number 20 looks like that's the rider that got them started. So putting in the early effort, Sebastian Beck, this is kind of typical when you have a rider, either a really good start, really powerful kilo effort, but maybe not the longest on the endurance effort. That's the strategy a lot of these teams will come in with.
Yeah, I've seen this strategy at the elite level even. I think it was the Hub Watt Bike team way back in the mid-20 teens who were doing this at the elite level. And to good effect. They were smashing some records back then, and other people caught on. And maybe it's probably been happening here at the junior level for some time. Just it's hard to kind of get an equitable group of riders together, but we'll see how this one pays off. The three remaining riders looking fast.
Yeah, time check on the last split, they were 8.5 seconds ahead of the fastest time. So
like I said, they're looking fast, Corey.
Looking fast. And that starter strategy certainly helping them get to a good start. They were well together on the back of Beck as they got up to power. So
I've got a question that I don't have the answer to, which is usually when I ask questions.
Good call.
What happens? Is the rider who pulls off in a team sprint no longer involved. Are they required to stay on the racing surface for any particular reason? It seems like so far today we've seen the rider who has been popped early. They just kind of circle around and chill out. But is that required? Yes or no?
I'm going to listen in my right ear if anybody's going to tune in on that radio, maybe to answer it. But that's a good question. I also see the same thing. I've never seen an early exit. Once you're done, you stay on the racing surface until the race is concluded.
You know, I suppose we have seen some mechanicals, and they immediately obviously exit. But I wonder if that's just like there's an asterisk there. You know, we'll come back to this, put a pin in it. Right now we see a bit of a split here, although the rider with the orange helmet filling the gap nicely, hopefully stitching things back together, but a bit ragged here halfway through.
Yeah, it's Marcus Kennedy pulling a quick lap there, and Seth Holland in the orange helmet does get back on the wheel, and we'll get back all together. Their time on the last split was still really good, 12 and a half seconds faster than the fast time right now. Definitely on pace to be our new fast time today. You know, there is your bell. They're well on pace here to take over the top as it currently stands. Holland looking very good here in a nice low aero position. He'll pull up out of the way. And here we go to see how quick this time can be. Another fun fact, I asked Mara, I checked in to confirm. We couldn't find the record in the books. We've done this event before, but it's not recorded as an official event with an official time. The fastest time today will also become a junior record for the 4K, so go figure. $100 on the line for the fastest team. Some extra incentive here today for these times to be quick. Here comes the finish for your Houston area team. And getting under that 5-minute mark really quick here for our Houston riders. 4:57.088. 4:57.088. And a nice effort there from Heat 3 to put in a quick time temporarily. Record holders on our track. Fastest time of the group so far. Four Stooges in Heat 4 coming now up for their start. David Jackson Clary, Jaden Lee, Noah Shumskis, Cassius Adamski. We got the Necklace Boys in Heat 5. Calling Heat 5 to the ready area now. Heat 5 to the ready area. 2 more heats, and then we'll be wrapping up this relatively short session before we go to quick recess. Session 6, our conclusion tonight, starting at 6 p.m. We're going to have some great Keirin racing tonight and more mass start racing. That will start, of course, tonight at 6 o'clock, the conclusion session of our Junior Nats weekend. This is Noah Shumskis, the opener for the group number 66. The colorful jersey right behind him of David Jackson Clary, number 55 from Midwest Devo race team. Mad Track has Cassius Adamski, number 67, now currently second in that lineup. Jaden Lee for Star Track Racing is now in third position in this group. A very multi-city team here. A couple different areas represented all here in one. As we got some Trexlertown competitors. We got Detroit throwing in here, and of course the New York area for Star Trek coming together to put together this team of 4. Similar to your next group, a combination of local rider Gallagher and 3 Portland riders. So some more nice mixed groups upcoming here in these final 2 heats to see how they can throw down against the fast time so far. Great opening clip here. They're already about 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds here faster than the previous group.
This group awfully tight-knit as they come through the start-finish. Jaden Lee on the front, putting the power down, keeping the tempo high. I expect this team to have a very quick time. It's going to probably be between this and the next group up. Four Stooges, the least Stooge full out here today, it seems. Top quality efforts here from everyone.
Yeah, well on pace to take over at top right now as they've already improved by 5.5 seconds on the previous heat. Some of your top talent from some of the racing we've seen from these junior men coming together for this team. Probably kind of hand-picking each other, I imagine, either on their way here, kind of knowing each other, or once they see the riders, they can kind of recombine and figure things out. But you can see how well matched they are, as he said, really slotting in together really well.
Yeah, these are all names we've called out repeatedly this weekend in the Mass Start Racing, so no surprise here that they are putting together a quality time.
Last time check was 5 laps to go, 6.5 seconds faster than the fast time at their current clip. We'll see somewhere in that maybe 12, 13 second improvement, maybe as much as that at the rate they're going. Really consistent laps here too, also helpful. Each rider looking like the tempo and the cadence is well matched here. Here comes an impact though. We're getting some gusts. It's been pretty silent out here. Our outdoor velodrome can be uncanny, a little bit unfair treatment to some of our athletes.
I'm just crossing my fingers for no dust devils again. That was pretty absurd.
That was.
On Friday. Or
Yeah.
Thursday, was it?
Thursday, yeah. We had some overturned tents here.
Yeah, the wind pickup doesn't seem to be impacting them just yet. Looks like still up a bit on the time. What do we got here as the split?
Almost 10 seconds improvement. Yeah, there's some noise going on from number 55's bike here. It's certainly something going on down there mechanically, but looking smooth nonetheless, but you can hear the noise as he goes by. That's the rider on the back, number 55.
Yeah, a loose chain is a fast chain, but I'm not sure what we're hearing is the chain.
Yeah, tough to prescribe from up here on the deck. Question on the live chat coming in for the total length. This is a 4-kilometer event, 10 laps on the track for all of our team pursuits today. All of these events are 10 laps, and we're in the final lap now. They're already near that 13-second estimate I made, so they might even be able to go better than that in this last lap as they're not slowing down. And for the first time today, we've really seen all 4 riders so equally matched that they're going to finish with all 4 potentially. Jaden Lee's on the back end right now trying to hold on. He's going to accelerate. He'll push up onto the grip a little bit here, so nicely executed, so equal, these 4 athletes. This is a really smooth-looking pursuit. The tempo has been really great throughout. This is going to be a fast time, closing in on 15 seconds of improvement or more here. Indeed, 16.5 second improvement, a really impressive finish. 440.566, the new fast time.
Indeed, Corey, setting a new track record. But wait, we've got one more team.
Let's see what can happen here with Necklace Boys. Heat 5, your last heat of the session. See if they can improve on what was a very nice looking 440.566. That was every one of those athletes coming in here just so well coached, well prepared, and executing at a really nice, clean level all the way through that whole race. In the starting box will be Gallagher. For Jay Baker Jr.'s, you got 3 riders from Team Epic line up alongside. This is the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest effort here to take on 4 Stooges, which is going to become our competition here, these 2 heats. one observation up here on the deck. Riders here maybe with a little extra laps under their legs here in this session. What are you thinking here? Might be an impact today, Nolan.
Yeah, the Team Epic boys from Portland, as well as Merritt Gallagher on the front currently, all participated in the team sprint. Gallagher notably, I believe, taking down that record. So it's, yeah, got a couple more laps on the legs, a little bit more fatigue possibly, but this is a slightly different system. This is a little bit more aerobic, whereas the team sprint more anaerobic. So we'll see how it affects them, but definitely a couple extra laps on the leg compared to the Four Stooges.
Gallagher trying to get this group going quickly. You're behind the pace of the leaders right now by almost 4 seconds, so a slower start for sure. But as we mentioned before, the gearing for Gallagher has been pretty big, a little slower to get going here initially. The tempo right now looking very similar. If you look at the speed measurements, they're in that very similar time speed on the lap, gaining ever so slightly over these couple laps, but just barely. That slow start will make an impact on the finishing time if the tempo is this similar between the two groups. Will we see similar watt and power coming out from the three Portland riders here now to keep on pace?
I think overall the Portland riders are a slightly smaller stature, so I would say, I mean, obviously the power output might be a little less, but being smaller in stature means you are a bit more aerodynamic, and I feel like those three riders have ridden together numerous hours, so they could be just a little bit more dialed in their setup and their exchanges.
They'll be coming into halfway through the race. Going to be seeing 5 to go. There's still 3.5 seconds back. The fast time to beat, 4:40.566. They're going to drop one. It's down to 3 to chase the time. Slight improvement on that lap, just barely. As number 24 is going to be coming out. Newman, Hampson, and Gallagher left in on the group. That's Gallagher on the front, Hampson in the middle, Gavin Newman in the back spot right now for these three.
Not only is Gallagher taking the longer pulls, but he's actually going to have to be slotting in behind Gavin Newman, the smallest rider out here today, providing the least amount of draft. So
it does kind of look like he's just going to race a solo time trial here with 2 in pursuit on him. And he's starting to improve on the time on his own. He's already got back 2 seconds on his own.
that's incredible. You know, it is faster as a solo rider to have somebody sitting right behind you. Strangely, aerodynamics work that way. If you have somebody just sitting on, you are faster than purely solo.
Well, they're looking smooth. Gallagher, I mean, we came into the Junior Nats knowing that Gallagher was a strong talent here at our velodrome. We've seen a lot of laps from him. And I was thinking he would be a huge factor in the Omnium, in the scratch, in the points. We knew he would contest. But what he's showing that he's actually, as a national talent, he's a time trialist. Now, this kid's individual effort and his consistency and his power output has been really impressive this weekend.
Yeah, they're only 1 second off the fast time so far, with Merritt continuing to stay on the front, coming into a couple laps to go. Consistent time, though. I'm hearing the coach yell out some numbers, and it's been consistent. Where are we at here in the overall?
0.76 back right now on the time. 2 to go at the last measure. The back straight's been a little bit harder. That's where we've been losing a little bit of time. He gains again, under a half second. Gallagher on his own, facing Four Stooges here. Epic having to help out with the numbers in the draft. Merrick's just down in his effort here to try to close down. He's 0.06 of a second away.
600ths. This is close.
He's going to need Newman and Hampson to accelerate on this final lap to try to chase his Four Stooges, the three riders versus Gallagher's front. He's gapping Hampson a little bit. Can they get on top of this? They're ahead by just 0.3 of a second.
Jack's got to go.
The back end of the group's trying to get to it. Ooh, the timing at the back. Whoo, and there we'll have it. Let's see. By 0.3 of a second.
They did it. New track record.
Necklace Boys, 440.27. 440.27. Gallagher is Herculean in the time trials.
Unbelievable effort from the local boy as well as the Portland trio. Congratulations to Team Epic And Gallagher, all-encompassing necklace boys.
There's each of these riders are kind of showing their strengths this weekend. And you said many of them are multidisciplined. And again, what's rising to the top here is Gallagher is a name that the country needs to watch in time trialing. This guy, my goodness, his individual speed. Team Portland helping out in a big way here. Our East Portland riders helping close down on this record time. Oh,
Unbelievable. Congratulations, you guys.
Four Stooges. Also, incredible race. That was four riders working together basically against Gallagher in half of that race.
Yeah, they had the record there for a sec, so no slouches, those Stooges.
Impressive. We're going to be doing a medal ceremony here shortly to celebrate our champions here from this session, a relatively short one. Racing now to take a pause as we will ask our athletes to make their way to the outside of the track for medal ceremonies to start in a few minutes. 2-minute warning for starting our medal ceremony. We'll start in 2 minutes. Winning teams, we're asking for you to check in on the far side from the podiums. We're going to get your sizing for jerseys set and ready to go. So if you are one of the winning teams, you can check in early over here to get your jersey size and get ready for your podiums. Winning teams from this session, head in the direction here on the far side of the podiums to get your champion jerseys sized and ready, please. Winning teams, check in over here on the far side from the podiums for sizing for your champion jerseys before we start medals. We'll be starting here shortly, our medal ceremony. Winning teams, come check in for jerseys. Riders, come on up. We'll go in order of our program. Junior women team sprint, junior men team sprint, junior women team pursuit, junior men team pursuit. Top 3 teams will report. Your champions need champion jerseys pre-size. Come on over and get your fit if you have not yet. Your champion teams, come on over to get your jersey. Ready for the ceremony. We're about ready to start. Call them over. Team Epic boys, come on over for sizes, please. Team Epic boys, where you at? Let's get our sizing right so we can get ready for podiums. Here comes James. Pretty good, huh? So cool. James, come back one more time. Calling top 3 teams for the women team sprint. Top 3 teams to the podium. Women's team sprint, top 3. First up, racing to the bronze medal in 3rd place as Jerry Baker Jr. race team, Lucy Gilchrist, Rue Tomko, Lucy Dorer. For 2nd place today, racing into the silver medal under the team name Everything Bagel, Kat Hendall, Sarah Vargas, and Akira Edmonds. And your champions today, racing into the gold medal, Team RED Red, Danny Scoville, Reagan Patashall, and Ari Chen. Presenting your junior women team sprint champions. Coming up next, junior men team sprint finalists. This will be our top 3 teams for the junior men team sprints. In third place, racing for a bronze medal under the team name Epic, Jack Hampson, Gavin Newman, Ryder Carlson. In second place, racing for a silver medal under the team name Star Trackish, Grayson Hawk, Louis Bonilla, and Otis Engel. And finally, your champions in the gold medal for the Jerry Baker Jr.'s race team, Merrick Gallagher, JC Pyle, and Gabriel Takagi. Presenting your junior men team sprint national champions. That's one way to get off the podium. Junior women, team pursuit. Top 3 teams to the podium. Junior women, team pursuit. Today, racing into a bronze medal for third place, it's Bells, Isabella Mejia, Rena Fuller, Luna Mendoza, Maya Reddy. Requesting all jersey winners to stay in the podium area for a final shot after the individual presentations. All jersey winners stay in the presentation area. In second place, racing for the silver medal, it's Team 50-50, Julia Barna, Rue Tomko, Tegan Morgan, Lucy Dorer. And your champions racing into the gold medal for SJBC Edge Racing Team, Reagan Padishal, Eric Chen, Noravik, and Louisa Kelly. And now presenting your Junior Women Team Pursuit National Champions. Junior Men Team Pursuit finalists, top 3 to the podium. Junior Men Team Pursuit, top 3 to the podium. Racing into third place for a bronze medal, Team GHCF, presented by Schottenkirk Fork Bend Kia, Sebastian Beck, Marcus Kennedy, Seth Holland, and Dalton Copeland. Racing into a silver medal, your second place team for Team Stooges, Jaden Lee, David Jackson Clary, Noah Shumskis, and Cassius Adamski. Champions, and in the gold medal for racing for Team Necklace Boys, Merrick Gallagher, Jack Hampson, Oscar Plackle-Mariki, and Gavin Newman. And now presenting your Junior Men Team Pursuit National Champions. Jerseys to the podium area, please. All national jerseys. Come on up to the podium again for one more photo shot here. We've got it. And we got cash for some track records. It's quite a bit. Lots of records here today. Jersey holders, come on up to the podium area. We got some cash to give out for all sorts of records broken here, plus a nice photo opportunity. While the photo op is going on, I'll say thank you once again to all of our fantastic athletes, our families, for helping making this session 5 fun, dynamic, safe for everybody, and a great show for our fans around the country that are tuning in and supporting these kids. It's been one heck of a great session. We're going to be taking a break after this moment here. Racing will start again tonight at 6 o'clock. Open track once again at 4:30 p.m. Live stream to pick up just before the action starts. And of course, you can come here expecting beverage garden, food truck, and a really great set of races to close out what has been a fantastic 2024 Junior Nats here at the Jerry Baker Memorial Velodrome. And how about a quick round of applause here for all of these jersey holders here on the podium together, our champs from today's events. Thank you once again, everybody. We'll be taking a short break here, a recess for your afternoon. Enjoy your lunch. We'll see you back for open track around 4:30 p.m., racing at 6. Looking forward to a fantastic conclusion to 2024 National Track Junior Championships. See you then.